Hey everybody, it's Carlos Lopez here, Democratic Senate candidate for Senate District number 35. And I'm speaking to you now because of the new changes that we're all kind of going through. This COVID-19 experience that we're all part of is really changing the way in which we deal with everything right now. Schools are closing, restaurants are no longer serving food in dine-in capacity, bars are closed. So, with that being said, I am trying to work in a new way that will get my message out to everyone out there in not only the district, but the whole state for that matter. So, for those of you watching, I just want to remind everyone we're going to get through this. We've been through worse before. I mean, and through historical times, we've had the plague and the Spanish flu and other, pandemics with less technology. So keep that in mind. We're going to be okay. We just have to be smart, and make sure that we're making, cognizant efforts to be careful, washing our hands and following our health department's guidelines to be safe so that way we don't get our elderly sick or we don't let our children expose families to things that they are getting because kids are always picking up something at school from their friends. So let's just be careful how we interact with each other. Not that we don't love each other or don't want to hug or be around each other, but because of that love, we want to be respectful that we don't carry something into another person's life. So please keep that in consideration right now. But we're going to get through this. Also, be calm. Don't panic. Don't start hoarding things from the grocery stores. That's why we are having distribution centers now overwhelmed and they're having a harder time getting things to us. Us here in Trinidad, we're a victim of the same circumstances that anyone else is. In fact, it might even be worse because we're further away from these larger cities that have these distribution centers. So please just, look out for your elderly. Maybe go to the grocery store for them. Take care of your kids. If they're sick, keep them home. Play dates are probably not a good thing right now. We don't want to get them sick. And then if they're a strong carrier, get that to our elderly grandparents. Lastly, I want to remind everyone that, this is an economic disruption that we're not ready for. But we can pivot because we have the ability to adapt. So with restaurants being closed, I am so sorry for you folks. But for those of us who can, dine out still, when your waiter that normally would be greeting you at a table is greeting you at your front door, tip a little bit more. They have less business right now. And when you're living from day to day as a waiter, and I've been a waiter, you rely on those funds every day. So be kind to your fellow people because right now, kindness is what's going to be the key thing for us getting through this in a humane, sane way. I really remember the days when I used to wait tables and those tips, they got me through. And, we're going to have to be a little bit more sharing with what we have, even though some of us have taken a hit too. So let's all be kinder to each other, be a little bit more loving, and also respectful of everyone's plight because we're all in this together. Please check me out at carloslopezforcolorado.com if you want to learn more about other things that I'm interested in before this whole pandemic hit. Or you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Things are going to get better, but we need each other, and we got to remember that we're in it together. So let's make the best of it. See you next time. Peace.